Welcome into Neumann-Goretti High School for our PCN Game of the Week presented by SFBN. Kayla Santiago alongside Jack Happ. And Jack, this is just going to be a fantastic matchup. You have Roman Catholic, who's undefeated in the PCL on the other side, Neumann-Goretti with just one conference loss, but these teams have so much history.
They really do. It's every year that we have these two teams playing in the biggest game of the year. It's regular season, of course, and then they get into the playoffs, and they usually end up playing each other in the semifinals or the finals. But there's a rich history for both of these schools going back 80 to 100 years, and tons of championships in the PCL, the city championship, and now since 2008, the state championships.
Let's talk about the visitors real quick here. Roman Catholic with a whole ton of talent. We were talking about it a little bit before. Xavier Brown, really the key guy that everybody's going to look out for defensive matchups. But they also have this pretty good sophomore, Sharif Jackson, that stands at 6'8".
Yeah, we just saw him warming up behind us a few minutes ago. He is 6'8". They list him at 215, but he's probably a little bit heavier now. He's growing. He's only a sophomore, probably 15 or 16 years old. And he's really gained a lot of confidence this year. I watched him last year as a freshman, and he's picked up a ton of low post moves, both left-handed and right-handed, and a lot of spin moves. He's a very strong kid with a powerful outlet pass. Watch that outlet pass as this game progresses.
And on the other side of things, we have the Baylor commit, Robert Wright III. For this Neumann-Goretti team, he is really the centerpiece. He can do a little bit of everything.
No question about that. Robert Wright III has been the leading scorer in the Catholic League this year at about 21, 22 points a game. He had a game in the 40s in the Hawaiian Classic that they went to, and he also scored about 20 points a game last year for Neumann-Goretti. So this is a kid who can really put up the numbers. He sometimes starts off a little slow, and he feels his way through the defense, but you'll see him start to pick up the scoring when it's needed for the Saints.
And this matchup, much anticipated for both sides. All of the fans, of course, in Philadelphia, but these two teams have already had early success in this season.
They certainly have. As I mentioned, Neumann-Goretti went to the Iolani Classic, and that's out in Hawaii. They played 5 games in 4 days, which is quite an undertaking. It kind of took a toll a little bit on the players with the air travel and the excessive amount of games, but it was very beneficial because they played against national competition. Roman also played some early contests against national competition, and this hardens both of the teams and solidifies the cohesiveness for both of these squads.
Our PCN Game of the Week presented by SBM. We will have starting lineups and tip-off right after this. Neumann-Goretti High School as we get ready for a big-time PCL matchup. Kayla Santiago alongside Jack Happ. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with Neumann-Goretti because we just found out, Jack, Robert Wright is out with injury. We mentioned him in the pregame. He's their leading scorer.
Yeah, it's certainly going to change the tenor of this game. He's the leading scorer in the entire league and was a 20-point scorer last year. So we're not sure why he's not playing, but he will not be in the lineup tonight.
Neumann-Goretti starter Stefan Ashley Wright, the brother of Robert Wright, will take his place in the starting lineup, followed by Kafik Meyer, Sultan Adewale, Amir Williams, and followed by Bruce Smith. On the other side for the visitors, it's Xavier Brown, Jeremiah Herring Stewart, Eric Oliver Bush, Anthony Finkley, and Sharif Jackson. As we get ready for tip-off at Neumann-Goretti High School, Roman Catholic undefeated in the PCL. On the other side, Neumann-Goretti with just one loss in the conference. And talking to coaches before this game, Jack, I mean, they didn't want to say this was their biggest rivalries, but we know just what's at stake in this game. Last year, these two teams met in the semifinals, and now, right now, at Neumann-Goretti, both teams really want to come out with victory here tonight.
Right, we did the game last year, and Roman won the regular season contest. When they got to the Catholic League playoffs, it was a different story. Neumann-Goretti took the semifinal from Roman, a very well-played game by both teams. And then Neumann-Goretti took the PCL, the city, and the state for the Triple Crown.
Jump ball, it will be Sharif Jackson, the sophomore, standing in at 6'8", 215 pounds. And on the other side of things, it'll be Sultan Adewale, 6'8", 220, senior forward. We get ready for action at Neumann-Goretti High School. Rafik Meyer is going to have a big role in today's game once again. Robert Wright III out. Ashley Wright.
And there's a first rebound to Sharif Jackson. Big man, gets lots of rebounds, plays great defense, and is an up-and-coming player offensively also.
Jackson, just a sophomore. Good defense early on from the Saints.
Ball was kicked out of bounds there. It'll stay with the Cahalites. Cahalites also defending state champions, 6A classification. Neumann-Goretti plays at the 4A classification. It has to do with the enrollment of male students in each school.
Finkley with the rock. Trying to get it inside to Jackson. Immediate double team. Great takeaway there by Smith. A little bit too much. It'll stay Roman Catholic's way.
Yeah, that was a nice weak side double team. As soon as the ball went down into the low post, across came Smith, took the ball, but it comes back to Roman.
Brown inside, nobody on him, has the first points of the game.
And there's something that we just saw that is not often talked about. The passing of Sharif Jackson. He's become an adept passer.
Ready, trying to answer on the other end. Meyer, step back at the elbow, yes. Back and forth we go.
That was Finkley from the outside.
And cashing it through is Jeremiah Herring-Stewart. So turning loose change into 2 points. Left alone is Ashley Wright.
I think they want to get Ashley Wright involved early on, and they have.
Adewale will head to the line for 2. Let's take a look at who leads these 2 teams. Neumann-Goretti, led by Carl Arangel, 22nd year as the head coach. On the other side, Roman Catholic, led by Chris McNesby, coached from 09 to 16. Took a little bit of a break to coach his daughter's team and then came back a year ago.
Yeah, his daughter Julia was the beneficiary of her father's expertise, and I believe they won a CYO championship.
Adewale from London, England, has been playing very well for this team lately. Use him as a big down low today. Goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Adewale has nice form at that free throw line. A little bit of a press in the backcourt here.
Finkley playing bully ball.
That's a big man handling that ball. Finkley listed at 6'5", sometimes 6'6". I think he's grown. I think he's 6'8". Finkley headed to St. Joe University next year. He is a senior. Tough defense.
Brown trying to create something offensively. Finkley.
And he will take those long shots. He's listed as a guard forward, even though he is very big, at least 6'7", 6'8", in my opinion.
Adewale down low. Post moves. Unable to get the shot to fall. Last touch by Neumann-Goretti.
Both teams play generally a very, very tight and aggressive man-to-man. That's what we've seen so far. We'll let you know if we see anything else.
Tied ball game. Inside, Jackson blocked. Adewale able to, but Brown cleaning up some loose change.
Xavier Brown in the right spot at the right time. That was great post position by Jackson. He just wasn't able to finish it.
Myers, reverse, it goes.
Hit the left hand. Tafiq Myers' second basket.
And Neumann-Goretti right now just playing very good defense down low. It seems like, Jack, Roman Catholic has a little bit more height, but we see right there.
There's that play, yep. Beautiful position there by Myers.
Brown knocking it down. And that will count for 2, so a long 2 at that. Check that, that was Brown.
Pretty rough in there.
Other end, one-hand jam. Jermai Herring-Stewart put it down with authority.
Nice lead pass there. Jermai threw it down with authority. Sound level picking up in this small gym.
Outside. Big fan base from both sides, Roman Catholic and Neumann-Goretti.
Great pass.
And Sharif Jackson, perfect place, perfect time for his first points of the game.
As I said in the open, Sharif Jackson has picked up a lot of confidence, made big strides since his freshman year. Just a sophomore. We'll see him for 2 more years at Roman, hopefully.
Myers, great pass, Adewale, better finish.
Yeah, Adewale was going to throw that down and change it to a left-handed layup at the last second and scored it.
Brown.
Very fast pace here in this first quarter.
And now the Saints just trying to slow things down, get a pick and roll opportunity. Myers goes on the opposite side of the screen, unable to get the lay in.
Very athletic move there. Just wasn't able to finish Tafiq Myers. And back at the other end.
And Roman Catholic able to finish Jermai Herring-Stewart. Him and Brown both have 6 for Roman Catholic. Bruce Smith.
Sharif Jackson got a little piece of that.
Brown knocking it down from Tripletown. And that's going to force Neumann-Goretti to call a timeout. As we take a look, Roman Catholic right now, Jack, really just utilizing being an upper man.
And on that last play, we saw a very calm setting of that three-point shot. Got his feet squared up and tossed in that three-pointer from the corner. 17-8.
And Roman Catholic right now, Xavier Brown has been tough to stop in this game. He has 9. On the other side of things, though, Jack, Neumann-Goretti has seen a lot of success when they feed Adewale. Of course, they don't have their leading scorer in Robert Wright III, but he's a guy that can be right there with them. Yeah,
Adewale is a very adept low post player, very physically strong, tall, muscular. It's a nice matchup with him and Jackson. I know a lot of people in this city were looking forward to this game, and they're seeing a very rapid start to this contest.
More on Adewale. He averages a double-double, 14.7 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game. A year ago in the regular season, Roman Catholic was able to defeat Neumann-Goretti, and then the Saints defeated them in the semifinals to go on and win the PCL championship. Outside, Adewale.
Adewale showing his outside shot there right in front of our booth. A long three-pointer just off the rim. Both of these teams known for their aggressive man-to-man defense, as I mentioned.
Roman Catholic with some substitutions. Bobby Cottrell, the junior, in the game now after the timeout. Other end, though. In and out. Adewale.
Scramble.
And how about Brown being one of the smaller guys on the court and not being afraid whatsoever?
Yeah, he went right to the ground, and the referee very smartly called that jump ball, the alternating possession, going to Roman. Even though there was not clear dual possession, he wanted to avoid any unnecessary contact there, and he made a good call.
Bobby Cottrell, the junior, as we mentioned, transfer sixth man off the bench.
Look at this.
Great move, the Euro step. Down low. Third time is a charm for Jeremiah Herring-Stewart.
Fourth basket for Jeremiah. Playing very well. I love seeing Finkley on the outside. He's a multi-faceted player. First year with Roman.
Ashley Wright with the rock by himself, and it pays off.
Real nice, smooth move. Lots of athleticism in that move for his first basket in his first start, I believe, as a player for NG.
The younger brother of Robert Wright III. Sharif Jackson going to come back into the game as he took a breather.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times this year, and sometimes they'll bring him out for some consultation. Coach McNesby likes to give him some advice on the bench and then brings him right back in. He's getting a lot more playing time this year than he did last year.
Three ball goes through for Eric Oliver Bush.
Oliver Bush's first basket, and at the buzzer.
And that will end the first quarter of action. The visitors leading 22-10.
You'll see a replay here of that outside shot.
End of the first quarter, and you're watching the PCN Game of the Week. We'll be right back. (22-10), your score. The visitors lead. Kayla Santiago alongside Jack Cap. And right now, I think Roman Catholic is just really feeding off the fact that Neumann-Goretti doesn't have their leading scorer at the moment in Robert Wright.
It certainly appears that way, but in these matchups, and we've seen this game year after year in the city, somehow it always ends up closer towards the end of the game. So right now it's a 12-point lead in the first quarter, significantly, but we'll see what happens. Great parity in the PCL this year, as every year, but I think even more so this year. All of the top 10 teams have a chance of getting deep into the playoffs.
Adewale to Williams. Trap defense from Roman Catholic. Outside.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul there.
Bruce Smith is going to head to the line.
Yep, number 3 on the foul. Replay coming, Bobby Cottrell on the foul. Let's take a look at it.
And right there, just a tie up down low will allow Smith to go to the line. And makes the first.
It's his first points of the day. 6'2" senior guard, averages 6 points a game, close to 5 rebounds. A little bit of everything for him, some assists, some steals, even a block shot or two once in a while. Nice free throw form for Bruce Smith. Hits them both.
Down by 10 are the Saints. Both teams trying to utilize that trap defense coming out in this second quarter.
Yep, it's definitely a zone at this point. Looks like a 3-2.
Brown, pull up, off.
Yeah,
Jackson, bully ball.
See how he moved the defender there with his body. Not enough to cause a player control foul, but give him an opportunity up close, which he did not hit.
Williams. Smith. They're going to call a foul on Brown for the reach-in. Neither team in the penalty. Roman Catholic has 3 team fouls. Saints have none.
This sideline throw in opposite the table. Not much room over there, as you can see. It's a very, very tight gym. It holds about 250 people. Bad inbound pass.
Turnover and that two-hand jam. Jeremiah Stewart Herring throwing it down.
He didn't mess around on that one. I mentioned before the game that he is a high flyer. We were talking about him, and you just saw evidence of that.
Outside, and Gulko's knocking it down from Tripletown. He comes in, and that's his first points of the game. Roman Catholic answering. Herring Stewart has absolutely lit up on the offensive end. He has 13. Williams. And now just trading shots back and forth are both of these squads.
Amir Williams with his first basket, 43% shooter from the field, averages 10 points a game. He can definitely contribute.
Cottrell baseline, great bounce pass blocked by Williams. What a defensive play by Amir Williams of Neumann-Goretti.
Lots of pressure. That's a kickball, I believe. Here comes a replay on that slam. Watch the athleticism. Way, way up in the air. At least a 40-inch vertical on that.
Stuart Herring. My apologies for mispronouncing the name earlier on.
Actually, it's a complicated name. I think we reversed his hyphenation.
Reversed the last name there.
Yep.
Outside, Williams.
Woo. Way up in the air was Oliver Bush.
Trying to force it to Cottrell. Goretti doesn't have numbers.
Lost
Coming out of his shoe was Myers.
Look at this activity down there.
Myers still has his shoe, so it looks like Eric Oliver Bush lost it on the defensive side.
And now he put it back on very quickly. Now he's back on the offensive end. There'll be a foul down there. And it looks like the foul is on Bruce Smith. Replay. Watch his shoe. And there it goes.
Looked like Myers' shoe for a second, but then when you look on the floor, you see, actually Oliver Bush doesn't have the shoe.
It's a defensive shoe.
Xavier Brown at the charity stripe, looking for his 10th point.
He's a 73% free throw shooter. Normally very high. 73 is pretty good at the high school level, right about where he should be. Missed the first.
He'll be staying in the city of brotherly love for college as he makes the second, going to St. Joe's University. Very, very close to hitting his 1,000th point.
Averaging 14 a game.
Ashley Wright
There's a foul.
Stay on the floor. It's going to be a push on Eric Oliver Bush.
Second foul on Bush. Oliver Bush, that is. Ooh, that was close to backcourt. Very tricky call there. Look at this.
A call block. And that's going to be on Brown, so.
Okay, watch the feet on this. Watch his feet. Oh, that is so close. Oh, and he bounced it back there.
One of the toughest calls to make
Could have been called.
in officiating.
Could have been. So that foul was on Brown. And it's not a shooting foul.
Will be on the floor. Roman Catholic, though, 2 fouls away from being in the penalty.
Only one foul against the Saints.
Myers, his first 3 of the game.
Third basket for Myers. He's got 7. A real nice shot on that. Perfect form. Had the space and took advantage.
Headed the other way, and
That should come back to the Saints, and it does. 8-point deficit right now. We have a sub coming in. Out goes Gukas. In comes Bruce Smith.
Gukas, the junior who was in for a little bit, and as you mentioned, comes from a very, very good family and a lot of talent.
A long line of basketball players. His grandfather coached the Sixers, played on the '67 team, one of the greatest teams of all time.
Triple Town, Ashley Wright.
Ashley Wright getting his opportunity and taking advantage of it. He is not shy, averages 5 points a game.
Usually the 6th man off the bench.
Don't forget, he is just a freshman. Great ball movement. They're back in that man-to-man. And great low post position, blocked.
Other way we go. Neumann-Goretti with numbers. Nowhere to go, and now Roman Catholic gonna hold things out, and that's gonna be such a fun matchup to watch. Sharif Jackson and Adewale down low.
Adewale can definitely block some shots. It's going to go back to the Saints.
And that's what we were told coming into this game, that Adewale was going to be the main defender.
And he
on
is.
Sharif Jackson.
And he is. It's a great matchup. They've gone at it before, but this year it's a little different because Jackson is a sophomore. Adewale blocked a lot of shots last year. We called him the Sultan of SWAT. His first name is Sultan. And he has swatted several away this game.
Neumann-Goretti just 1 loss in the PCL conference. Roman Catholic on the other side has not lost in conference play so far. Both coming off state championships. And then, of course, Neumann-Goretti coming off the PCL championship.
And the city championship, which is the matchup of the equivalent classification team in the public league. That becomes the city champion, and it does still mean a lot to the winner. It's a triple crown, by the way. That's what they call it, the PCL, the city, and the state championship, which is very difficult to do. Carl Arregale has done it several times.
Been with the organization for 22 years.
Actually, he came in as an assistant coach for 5 years.
The Saints have cut into the lead. Just down by 5. Adewale, double team, unable to get it to go.
Adewale got to where he wanted to go to. He came to a jump stop. He just didn't finish. Very athletic move.
Jackson wants it down low.
Yeah, Jackson working across the lane.
Brown from the corner. Cash.
Boy, did he look smooth on that one. And he is loading up the points.
Stewart, Herring, and Brown both with 13. And they're going to call a foul there, I believe, on Sharif Jackson, as Ashley Wright will head to the line.
No, the foul does not go to Jackson on that one. Going to see a replay. It's Finkley, I believe, is going to.
Looks like he might have got him on the head a little bit there.
So that's Finkley's first, I believe. We keep stats at the booth here. They're not official. We do our best.
And Ashley Wright's going to be an exciting player coming along this year and for the future of Neumann-Goretti as well. But, I mean, Jack, he has huge shoes to fill today.
Yeah, he does, and he's doing a great job so far for a freshman who hasn't seen all that much time. Showing a lot of confidence there. There's got to be a block there. Yep.
Just the second team foul for Neumann-Goretti.
Not sure who got the foul there. Might have been Bruce Smith.
He is being taken out of the game to head to the sideline.
Finkley way, way outside.
Stuart Herring.
And that's the zone again. That is the zone.
Sharif Jackson outside to Finkley, and it works.
Yeah, Finkley is a player that can do a lot of different things. It's his first year once again. He played briefly at West Catholic. He went to Huntington Prep School in Virginia and came back to the city with Roman.
Just like that, Roman Catholic up by 9. Outside, Myers, yes.
Right in front of us, Kafik Myers, his second 3 of the game. He's got double figures.
Cottrell left alone.
They're going to go the other way. That's a rebounding foul.
They're going to call that on Stuart Herring.
That's going to result in bonus free throws.
So in the single bonus is Roman Catholic.
Let's take a look at this. Ball goes up. Yeah, there's the push. Excellent call.
The extension of the right arm.
Excellent call. Yep.
Myers.
Now we'll put, Myers on the line.
Unofficially with 10 points. Coach McNesby frustrated about the call.
Only a 44% free throw shooter. He knocks down the first. He hasn't had a lot of free throws this year, and that may be the reason his percentage is lower than it really should be.
They say that he's the heartbeat of the team. When he's right, they're very, very good.
He goes 1 for 2 there. He averages about 11 a game. There's Finkley again.
Under a minute left to go in the first half of action. Jackson down low, hook shot, no. Second chance, no, as he looks away, thought it went through.
Both of those shots looked like they were going to drop. I thought he got away with a...
What a move.
Heads up. Ball came right at our second cameraman. Hit him on the lens, but we use lens shields to protect our cameras. No damage done.
34.1 left on the clock before we head to the halftime break. Outside, Williams. And now Roman Catholic in no particular hurry.
5-point game.
Cottrell by himself.
I thought they were going to hold the ball there, Caleb. They did not.
Both these teams, fast pace. Myers kicks it out to Williams. Yes! And that will end the second quarter of action. And just like that, great ball movement. Williams has the Saints only down by 2.
Let's see that again. Pretty much at the buzzer with 0.5 seconds left. You saw the clock going down as the ball went in. A beautiful pass by Myers. He did the right thing.
Our PCN game of the week. This game is being watched statewide on PCN. More updates on the game of the week at PCNTV.com. We'll have more at the halftime break after this.
Okay, this is our halftime interview, and we've brought in Dennis Seddon, longtime coach at Roman Catholic a few years ago, and very successful. When were you with Roman? I always get mixed up between the years Speedy was there and you were there, and let the audience know, what years were you there?
Okay, I came in 1981, September 1981.
I didn't realize it was that far back.
Yes, and I like to tell people I still haven't found my way out the door yet.
Right, I see you at a lot of games.
Yeah.
You're still
I'm
a fan.
Involved. I'm still involved.
And you're still involved. That's really good.
Okay.
Now, you had McNesby as a player or not?
Chris was one of my point guards, yes.
He was a point guard.
Yes.
Did you recognize at that time that he might end up being a coach? Was he kind of a coach on the floor?
Absolutely.
As a student?
As a player, Chris was the Catholic League point guard. Okay, and that's what we look for in when we're getting people to run our program. As you see, it runs in tradition, and X fills that spot right now for the current Roman team.
I know he took a number of years off there. I guess 5 years.
He took 5 years off.
Right, 5 years. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you,
No.
but he took 5 years off to raise his family and enjoy his kids. And he was coaching his kids, and it got to the point where his kids said, "Dad, we had enough of you coaching us. Go back to coaching Roman."
I met his kids when they were little, but when they won the state championship, I was interviewing Chris, and the kids wanted to be on camera, so we brought them in, and they got into the interview. It was kind of cute.
That's
but
great.
Now they're older. I think they're 16, 14, and 11 or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm friends
yes,
with his
yes.
father-in-law,
Yes.
so
Okay.
I speak to him about Chris quite often.
Mr. Ballantyne, yes.
Yeah, Jim
Yes,
Ballantyne.
yes,
We played
yes.
ball together, believe it or not, in the
Okay.
Medicare game. I gave it that name. Yeah, got to be 65 to play. You should stop by. But anyway,
When I get there.
yeah. So Chris kind of missed it, and now was he called back by the school, or did he?
He had to apply like
Show an
everybody
interest.
does.
Yeah.
The Archdiocese has a rule where you have to have a job open for 30 days and anybody can apply, and he applied. And, of course, with his credentials, his background and everything, and the success that he had at Roman before, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, he's certainly had a lot of success, and it's good to see.
Right.
Because he's a great guy and also a great coach.
Yes.
And he's got some really nice players. What do you think of this game so far?
This game is a typical Roman Neumann game. All right, I've seen about 100 of them,
Yes, you
and
have.
every game is the same.
Yeah.
They'll go on runs, we'll go on runs. You have two talented teams, a lot of respect from the basketball end, and you're just seeing another one tonight.
What do you think of the young center, Jackson?
He's going to be good. As you know, his father, Mark, played with the 76ers and everything.
Yeah.
And Sharif is coming along. Still needs some work on his footwork and on his finishing around the hoop. I think you're seeing some of that tonight. But he gets better every time, and that's the most important thing. And he's a student of the game.
You know, I've noticed, I saw him as a freshman, and he looked a little hesitant, a little tentative.
Right.
But this year, I think confidence is the word I would use that has come into his game. Now, he did miss some easy shots in there. He's getting good low post position. He's just not finishing, but I think we're going to see in the second half that he will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But
Hopefully,
no, exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
the way things are, because this is a new setting for him too.
Yeah.
I mean, X is the only kid on this entire team that has played in this setting before.
Right.
Okay, so it's kind of a new experience for everybody, and Sharif will fit right into that.
Yeah, I think Roman has a chance to go pretty far into the Catholic League and also the state playoffs. Are you seeing that also?
Yes, I am, especially from the defensive end. We've done a pretty good job keeping teams under 50 points for every game, and that's what you really need when it gets to championship time.
When it gets into the states and
Yes.
all, because look, it's a 6A teams that are going to play some big schools.
Absolutely.
What do you think of Finkley? Give me your assessment of Finkley.
He's kind of unique.
He is unique,
He's
isn't he?
unique.
Yeah.
He's what in the old days we would call a point forward.
Yeah.
He handles the ball well. He's very unselfish. At times we have to holler at him to shoot the ball, but he's different. He's different. I think he's going to be a very good asset at St. Joe's University.
And it's his first year with Roman.
Yes, it's his first year playing
I was
with us.
kind of surprised to see him. The first time I saw him this season, and
Okay.
I saw him go outside, and I think he's actually bigger than they list him at. Am I seeing that correctly? I don't know.
You are correct.
It's
I
usually
think
the other way around.
Yeah, it is, but I
mean,
think he's actually grown an inch since the
He
season
might have
started.
He looks to be 6'8" at least.
Exactly, but he is
Yeah.
a perimeter player. Everybody, most people see a kid that size, they say, oh, he's got to be a post man. Well, he's
Right.
not.
He's not.
He's a perimeter player.
Well, they list him as a guard forward.
Yes.
It did surprise me, but I hadn't
Yes.
seen him previous to that. So it's a very good game. I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely.
What are you doing with yourself these days? We'll just finish
right
with
now.
that.
Well, I'm still involved with Roman.
Are you?
I'm at practice 2 or 3 times
really?
a week. I make all the games.
I see you at the games. Yeah.
Yes, and when we travel, I'm the guy that does the airlines and hotels and stuff like that. So I'm staying involved.
Ah, that was a big trip to Hawaii.
Absolutely. Well, we've been there 8 times. Hopefully we'll get there another time.
That's really nice that they do that. We're going to wrap it up, and we want to thank Coach Dennis Seddon from Roman. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half of our broadcast. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Coach,
thanks for having me.
Roman Catholic with a 2-point lead at the halftime break. Kayla Santiago alongside Jack Cap. Let's take a look at the leading scorers from both sides. Neumann-Goretti right now led by Kafik Myers with 11. On the other side for Roman Catholic, it's been the duo of Xavier Brown and Stuart Herring. Both guys have 13 points. This game was a lot different in the first quarter, and in that second quarter, Neumann-Goretti was able to just bring it within 2.
Yeah, Neumann-Goretti down in the first quarter by 12, was able to get it back to 2 points, and we kind of predicted that when we were talking about it a little earlier. These are very evenly matched teams, and this game could go either way, as it always does every year. Great battle.
A game that will come down to the wire. We'll have second half action right after this on our PCN Game of the Week. Two-point game at Neumann-Goretti High School. The PCL standings really at this point are up for grabs. I mean, Roman Catholic has not lost in the conference. On the other side of things, Neumann-Goretti has one loss. If they can come out, though, with a win tonight, it's going to lock it all up at the top spot.
Right, it would be a tie. They would both be 9-1. Right behind them is Archbishop Ryan at 7-2, St. Joe Prep tied at 7-2, West Catholic 6-3, Wood 5-3, Carroll 5-4, and then a few teams after that, O'Hara, Judge, Devon. They're still in the mix, but the parity in this league is very, very high this season, as it is pretty much every season. 10 great teams.
Archbishop Ryan, as you mentioned, they're in third. They're playing West Catholic tonight at 7. So a big game for them as well to try to keep in line at the top of the PCL. They do have 2 losses
This is our first foul of the second half.
Starting us off here on the offensive side for Roman Catholic. It is the starting five that was at the beginning of the game.
That foul was on Myers, by the way.
Stuart Herring, yes! Give him 16.
Yeah, he is playing very, very well.
He has done it on all three levels tonight. We've seen him get up there and be able to dunk the ball and also hit a few from downtown.
He's just an all-around player. He's got the athleticism, the skill, and a lot of abilities, including the outside shot. And look at this. That foul's going to go underneath, I believe. And I think it's going to go against Bruce Smith. It does.
Foul before the block.
As a replay, let's see if this is, yep, on the wrist. Otherwise, the block shot, I think, was clean.
The official got that on the wrist, and that will send Finkley to the line. 6'6", 210 senior.
And as we just spoke with old coach Dennis Seddon, we both think Finkley is bigger. He's either grown this year or they didn't list him. I think he's grown. Oh, he's definitely 6'8".
Might have grown overnight.
And with the hair, I'll give him 6'9". He hit that one.
1 for 2 at the line on that trip. He has 4.
Roman in a man.
Ashley Wright to Myers. Kick out.
That's going to, ooh, that's close.
Brown saving it, going to the hoop, and he's going to get called for 1 too many steps.
Yep. In the NBA, that's legal. Here it is not.
Expect both crowds to be electric in the second half of this game.
I love when the kids scream, "You can't do that. You can't do that." Got a little dribble handoff weave going here. Oh.
Ashley Wright trying to take it all. Second chance opportunities.
Man.
It goes. Ladies and gentlemen, he is just a freshman.
Star in the making. It's his coming out party, really. I know he's had some games this year, but this is a big moment for young Stefan.
Feeding Jackson.
Jump stop.
Great footwork. And I'll head to line for 2.
A big time jump stop on that.
And Sharif Jackson is going to be a fun player to watch as we take a look on that play.
It's traveling. It wasn't called, but it was traveling. Once he came to that jump stop, he has no pivot foot. He did move one of his feet, but he got away with it, and that's the only thing that matters. And most times they do get away with that. Sharif misses that one. I think we're going to see more scoring out of him, as we discussed with Coach Seddon. He missed both.
For 2 on that trip. Myers.
Well, what a handle he's got.
Top of the key, yes.
Coach McNesby thought that was traveling. Was not called.
5 points now for Bruce Smith.
A 1-point game. Very physical play out there with Finkley. He's a big, strong kid.
He's got to do something here, and they're going to call a timeout. Good timeout by Chris McNesby, so he doesn't get the 5-second violation.
That's exactly right, Kayla. Replay. Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Travel.
Shot does count as he knocks it down.
Yep.
And right now, both of these teams want this. And we talked to both coaches, and you know, I think each coach kind of underlines the rivalry a little bit and says this is just another game, but to the fans in the community, this is a big-time matchup.
It's big time, and there's a lot of people across the city and elsewhere watching this game. I'm sure some folks are going to watch the replay tomorrow on PCN at 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Comcast channel 186 if you're local, but it can be seen all over the state, and I'm sure the 6A and 4A teams that might end up playing one of these two teams will be watching this broadcast to see who they might be going against.
1-point game. The Saints trying to take their first lead of the second half. Both teams playing with a smaller lineup. Roman Catholic traditionally plays with just about 7 guys. Brown left alone, makes them pay.
Boy, there is some skill out on this court tonight. 16 for Brown. Left alone in the corner.
And that's a guy you cannot leave alone if you're Neumann-Goretti. Myers.
Saints not going away. Right in this game.
Smith.
In again, out again for Smith.
Left alone, unable to convert, taking it right out of the hands of Adewale, and he'll take a trip to the charity stripe. How about Stuart Herring? Tough as nails.
Yeah, and he's in there with the trees. Look at this. Look at this. He got the ball. Watch the foul now. Here it comes. Foul is called. He'll go to the line for 2.
Stuart Herring has not committed anywhere just yet. Some Division I schools are interested, but if you're a Division I college watching this, I don't know how you can't be interested.
Exactly what I was just going to mention. I'm sure he's going to get a lot of attention. Shoots 57% from the field. Did he hit both of them? I think he did.
He did.
He hit both of them. He shoots 81% from the line, leading his team in all the percentages. 57, 47 from the 3, and 81 from the free throw line, averaging 15 points a game. Somebody grab this kid.
Leads all scorers with 18 tonight. Myers. Great kick out.
Great pass.
Smith gets the 3. Toe was behind the line, and he has been the sharpshooter for Neumann-Goretti in the second half. This 1-2 game between Stuart Herring and Brown is fun to watch.
That's going to be a jump ball. That's going to be a jump ball. Great work by the officials to jump in there and separate the players. There's some hollering going on.
And that's exactly what you have to do if you're the officials.
They have to get in there, and they did. 3 very strong officials. Here comes the replay. Now watch this. Loses control. That's a fumble, and then there's the jump ball right there. Tosses him to the ground. Actually, they both went to the ground. And if a replay continues, you'll see the referees come in there, and they did.
High intense game, high emotions in this game as well. The officials just making sure that it stays clean, and really for the most part it has been.
Yep.
Haven't seen too many chippy fouls. Both teams play physical and fast. Brown.
Boy, the X-Men, he wanted the foul there. He did not get it from the corner.
Outside. Trying to tip it in is Adewale. Williams gets it and cashes it through. Saints down by 1.
Amir Williams with his 3rd basket of the game. He's got 7. Great work underneath. Look at this.
Alley-oop, throwing it down. What a play from Eric Oliver Bush.
That was a nice setup there. Up in the air, flying and dunking Oliver Bush.
Myers, step back. Brown dribbles it off his foot. Myers.
Reverse.
And once again, Saints down by just 2, and Myers wants a timeout. He'll get it. Myers now with 13.
Here comes a replay. Let's take a look at this. Up in the air, bada boom. Down it goes.
Can't draw it up better than that.
Wow. Perfect pass, too.
Roman Catholic led right now by Stuart Herring. He has 18. Brown right behind him at 16. I mean, this duo tonight, Roman Catholic has a lot of other good players, but this duo just has been really fun to watch.
Yeah, I actually have him down with 20.
I trust your math more than mine, so
don't
we're
know.
about there, I believe.
I used to be good at math. I don't know, but either way, he's having a great game, and he's really putting on a show. And that play by Oliver Bush was very impressive athletically, and just perfect timing. Really enjoy stuff like that.
And on the other side of things, Fake Myers has been the bright light for Neumann-Goretti, and Stefan Ashley Wright can keep it going like he has been able to a little bit in the second half. He's going to be a key piece. Once again, his brother, who's the leading scorer, Robert Wright III, is out in this game with an injury. Yeah,
Robert Wright III actually had a game earlier this season against national competition in the 40s. So he is a major, major scorer, of course, leading the league in scoring. Way out top is Jackson.
Roman Catholic still holding on to this lead, but Neumann-Goretti closing it tightly to just one. Outside Finkley, missing just about everything right there, and now Neumann-Goretti a chance to go up ahead.
Yeah, Finkley was way off on that one. I don't think he even drew iron. He can shoot from the outside, as we saw earlier in this game, and as we discussed with Coach Seddon at halftime.
Great pass by Myers. Ashley Wright.
A kick on that.
For a freshman, Ashley Wright has really played well with these more experienced players on the side of Neumann-Goretti.
He certainly has. He's been averaging 5 a game, but tonight he has 9 already.
Ashley Wright.
Oh,
and
yeah.
gets the lucky roll around. Neumann-Goretti takes the lead.
Just as you mentioned him, and he took the cue.
He's a freshman chance. This Saints team is lucky to have him playing like this as a freshman and for the next 3 years.
Star in the making. Here's the weave. Ooh,
Smith, and we're headed the other way.
I would think so.
Charge taken by Brown.
Yep.
Great atmosphere here at Neumann-Goretti High School.
We've got 2 fouls on Amir Williams on that player control foul. That was his second. Down low.
Strong rebound by Williams.
Some major athletic ability being demonstrated here, play after play. Big time teams, both in the top 25 in the nation.
Williams. Roman Catholic now trying to push the pace. Brown, pure athleticism.
The X factor once again, hanging in the air and loading it up with the bank shot. Beautifully done. Under 25 seconds.
All knotted up at 47. Ashley Wright looks at the clock. Great IQ for a freshman. Making sure to slow things down and make sure they had the last shot.
McNesby just called out the pressure. He wanted to put a little pressure, and it looks like a foul. Is that on Oliver Bush?
Looks like it was. That would be his third if it is.
I believe it was his third. Under 8 seconds.
Myers with the rock. Myers.
Oh,
what a shot
wow.
to end quarter number 3 for number 3.
Wow. Let's see that again if we can, Mr. Director. Look at this. Just beautiful.
Fake Myers, ice in his veins, 50-47, final quarter of regulation after this on your PCN Game of the Week. Myers with an electric shot at the end of quarter number 3 to put the Saints up by 3. Jack, what do both of these teams need to do to try to come out with a victory here tonight?
Well, I think they both need to continue doing what they have been doing, the aggressive defense, the athleticism, the outside shooting. I mean, you couldn't ask for two more evenly matched teams. I felt it was going to go this way, and it has. Oh, that's got to be something there. No.
Kinkley getting his own rebound.
Boy, look at that physicality down low a moment ago.
Jackson double team, loses it for a second, retrieved by Williams.
Jackson kind of held the ball out, kind of exposed the ball, and got caught doing that.
Turnovers could be costly for the last 8 minutes of regulation.
Hands move very quickly in great PCL games, and this is a great one.
Myers loses it for a second, gets it back. We have a jump ball.
Should be a jump ball, yep.
In possession of Neumann-Goretti. Expect the physicality to be turned up a notch in quarter number 4.
Yes, most likely only one foul against Roman, I believe. So they probably at some point want to make sure they have 4 or 5 fouls so that if they do have to put the Saints on the line, they can do that quickly without wasting time.
Adewale.
Oh, whoa!
Big fella getting the lucky roll round. That rim must have something special on it.
Adewale with the three-pointer, and it would have been basket interference had it not settled in.
Kinkley. Jackson, the athletic, attempted save, but will head the other way.
There's a replay. You see the hand up inside the basket there?
And I'm sure that a lot of high school players can remember Kawhi Leonard's Game 7 shot against the Sixers.
The four
Same
bouncer?
memories right there.
The 4 bouncer, right?
As Neumann-Goretti is getting the lucky roll around on that. And the timeout is called by Roman Catholic. And right now, I mean, what they're trying to do in this fourth quarter, it seems like Jack trying to feed the bigs, but that hasn't necessarily been their game, and Neumann-Goretti has been able to stop them down low.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson, again, has had some opportunities down there. Normally, he hits some of these little, bunnies, you could call them, or easy shots inside, but he's getting a lot of resistance, especially from Adewale and some of the others. It's a very, very physical battle, as you mentioned. And we are still 6 minutes left in this game at this point. Neumann-Goretti starting to pull out. Remember in the first quarter, they were down by 12, and we mentioned that they would catch up, and they certainly did, and have surged ahead.
Flashback a year ago, regular season, Neumann-Goretti fell in this game, beat them in the semifinals.
That's right. Yep.
And now
the game was at St. Joe Prep. Roman beat them. They had Daniel Skillings, who was an incredibly talented player and had some great plays that game. But the Saints got him back in the semifinal, and then the Saints beat the Raiders of Archbishop Ryan, an up-and-coming squad with Joe Zaglinski as the coach. Great coach.
Was able to see him when they played in the Governor's Challenge, and a really good team that's putting all the pieces together. This game, though, be for the top of the conference.
There's a jump stop. You see the steps?
Ashley Wright, nothing going. Adewale plus the foul.
He drops it.
Headed to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Let's take a look at this. Big man work down there in the weight room, as they say. Adewale to the line to complete the three-point opportunity.
And he does just that. Brown. Nowhere going. Finkley outside.
He's been off. Finkley is very upset with himself.
Myers by himself. The pressure closing in late in that drive. Brown And everybody trying to defend Brown. 4 white jerseys on 1 purple.
Let's see who the foul goes against.
It's going to be on Myers, it looks like.
That is who it's on.
So now Neumann-Goretti fouls 1 more time. That will send Roman Catholic to the line for the single bonus. Stuart Herring losing it. Gets tripped up. Jackson trying to make something happen.
Roman's going to retain the ball here. Jackson just unlucky this game so far. He's been inside. He's had the position he wanted.
And Adewale has been playing very well on him. Also, though, the help defense by Williams.
Yeah, they definitely close down on him when he gets his position.
Stuart Herring, tough to the bucket. No, kick out. And now Jackson trying to do something from inside. Brown gets tripped up, handoff to Stuart Herring.
The swat.
Outside. And about 4 or 5 missed opportunities there for Roman Catholic. And they get Kafik Myers. And now if you're a Roman Catholic, you just have to slow things down a little bit.
Let's take a look at this again here. Look at this physicality here. And watch this. Bang.
Adewale just has had a phenomenal game, especially in the second half of action.
I think that foul was on Brown. I'm not 100% sure, but if it was his 3rd.
Adewale playing bully ball. And Jackson did get a piece of it. Stuart Herring going to be taken out. Cottrell in the game. And also coming back in is Bruce Smith.
I think Jeremiah just needs a short rest.
Has to be a foul on Cottrell. And, you know, Roman Catholic right now is trying to bring in the trap defense on Ashley Wright, saying this is a freshman, he's going to turn the ball over. And Ashley Wright says, I'm not just your typical freshman.
That's right, and he was able to draw that foul. That's the 2nd foul on Cottrell, the sub.
Smith. Ashley Wright on the right wing. Yes,
all
is right for the freshman.
Oh, yeah. 2nd 3 of the second half. He is loading up the points. No shot. Fouls on Ashley Wright.
Ashley Wright just has been so fun to watch. By my count, 15. I didn't go to school for math, so we apologize if
I think you're correct.
These are unofficial stats, but he is in double figures, which is way over his norm. Once again, he doesn't usually start. He's usually the 6th man off the bench because his brother, Robert Wright III, is the leading scorer for this team.
Robert Wright, and once again, not available tonight.
In and out.
Needed that one.
So Roman Catholic has been leading through all 3 quarters, and then that big 3rd quarter 3 by Myers puts the Saints ahead, and all 4th quarter they haven't looked back, and now they're up by 12.
Still 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game, but the Saints have surged ahead by 12 with just some spectacular play.
And Neumann-Goretti has been tested in these last 2 matchups. Beat Archbishop Carroll, check that, in their last game, 72-61. And now another big-time PCL opponent that they're trying to come out with a big victory without their leading scorer at home.
Some interesting stats that were given to me by the father-in-law of Coach Chris McNesby. That's Mr. Ballantyne, Jim Ballantyne. The 3 leading coaches, highest percentage of PCL wins in their career: Carl Aragale, Dennis Seddon, Chris McNesby. Two of them coaching tonight. Of course, Dennis Seddon retired. 853, 844, and 836 respectively, winning percentages in the league.
Just one reason
right
why.
Right between the legs. Did you see that? Dribble right between Finkley's legs.
And that's just one reason why that these teams have been on top of the PCL conference. McNesby upset about the foul call on the other end.
It's a warning.
They're going to give him a warning.
Yeah, that's something new that came in last year in the PIAA and the National Federation. You do not have to give a tech to the head coach. You can warn him. Let's see what happens. Between the legs, I believe.
Roman Catholic just not making their free throws.
They are not.
Stuart Herring able.
It's hurting them.
To get on the offensive rebound side. Brown, Euro.
Wow. So great. What footwork by Brown. That's got to be a foul. Nope.
Rhythm, balance, speed, and quickness was off.
Now Aragale out on the court, and he is not happy. He is steaming.
RBSQ, rhythm, balance, speed, quickness.
Yep.
Of Wright was thrown off there. Whistle silent. Great pass up ahead, unable to finish, gets it right back. No. Adewale has been a brick wall down low. What a game he's had defensively.
You are calling it correctly. That was all Adewale down there.
A big rebound on the other end from Oliver Bush. Roman Catholic down by 10. Oliver Bush going straight at Adewale and has his way.
Well done. Took the big man on after Adewale has shown tremendous defensive skill, especially in the second half. He's been a force.
Myers, nobody on Smith. And Roman Catholic wanted the double team, but when that happens, you allow somebody else to be open, and Neumann-Goretti took advantage.
We're going to see a replay here.
You see the double team coming in, and great vision there.
He beat both of them.
By Myers to see.
Very well done.
It's crazy to think that this Neumann-Goretti team doesn't have their leading scorer with them right now. They look sharp as ever. You know, Jack, they had a little bit of a shaky first half, but then they come out in the second half with just a brand new system, a brand new scheme, and that's why they have one of the best coaches, or we should say really, really top coaches on the floor right now on both sides.
Both just, incredible coaches. I mean, Aragale's record is very, very high, very successful. And of course, McNesby's is too, even though he did take 5 years off. He went out on a Triple Crown also, if I remember correctly, in 2016. He won the state title, the PCL, and the city title, and decided to go into business, which he is a financial manager of some sort, and raises kids and coaches kids. And now he had the opportunity to come back, as Coach Seddon was explaining, and he's right back in the thick of it. He started back last year, and I think he's enjoying himself. 10-point game. There's a nice close-up.
You're Roman Catholic right now. You have to figure out this defense. I mean, they have had not a lot of success down low, as I think they're trying to talk about possibly where the ball's going to. We'll stay with Roman Catholic.
I think he screamed at the ref. He said, "What's going on?" I was reading his lips. I don't know what the delay was.
Hinckley outside to Cottrell. Oliver Bush and Brown gets pushed.
That's going to be against Bucas, I believe.
And this is where free throws are going to matter, because they're still not in the double bonus. That will be the 9th team foul on Neumann-Goretti. But if you're Brown, one of the star players on this team, you need to knock down Schaus from the charity stripe.
That's his first foul. Yeah, 14 fouls against the Cahillites. They will have to take a few fouls at some point under 2 minutes.
And Brown able to push that one through.
Brown with 21 by my count. He needs to hit this free throw.
Could bring his team within 8. In and out.
Timeout. Yeah, he called timeout.
And it would have been a violation there, but it looks like head coach Chris McNesby might have called the timeout there.
I thought that, I don't know. I'm not sure who got the timeout. I thought it was Neumann-Goretti, Bruce Smith.
It looks like it was Neumann-Goretti there.
Yeah, I think Bruce Smith,
the player. Yep.
The player called timeout, yeah.
Good observation by Smith because he felt he wasn't getting out of that.
Here we go. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, and he does right there. It looks
He's
like.
He's calling for timeout, yep. Before the jump ball. You see that? Yep.
And Bruce Smith, a player, a senior 6'2" point guard that leads by example, and you see it right there.
Yep.
When you know you're not getting that ball out of the double team, you need to talk things over to make sure you don't cause a turnover.
And I don't know that referee's name, the thin guy there, but last year in the PCL championship in the Palestra, one of the officials tore his Achilles tendon, and that guy was the alternate, and I don't know his name, sorry folks. And he came in and did a great job with no warm-up, just took his jacket off and jumped into the game. He's a very fine official.
Officiating with these crowds and this game, easier said than done, that's for sure.
They have 3 good ones out here tonight. They've allowed some physicality and a little bit getting away with some jump stop moves, but both teams are equal.
Last touch by Neumann-Goretti, that'll stay Roman Catholic. So visitors putting the pressure on the press. And Kinkley gonna enter back for offense. Cottrell gonna take a seat. Cottrell along with Jackson on the floor, Stuart Herring, Brown and Eric Oliver Bush on the offensive side for Roman Catholic. Zone pass inside to Jackson. Brown driving. Last touch, Brown, and we head the other way.
And Neumann-Goretti fans can say thank you to Sultan Adewale on that one and many other defensive stops in this second half.
He has just been a force to be reckoned with in this game so far.
He certainly has.
Taken away, Eric Oliver Bush. Brown from the corner. Yes! Defense into offense.
Brown with 24. Full court pressure.
Myers, first time they've been able to break the press.
6-point game.
Adewale has had his way. And he'll head to the line as
Adewale's on the ground. I think he's okay. Made the spin move and went up with the left-hand bank. There was a little push on the hip, I believe. We might see this here. Let's take a look at what Adewale does. Spins to, yep, a little bump, a little bump there. It was Finkley, I believe, got the foul.
Free throws, very important for both sides at this stage of the game.
Adewale, a 51% free throw shooter on the season. He'll get a second.
I love the adjustment that Coach McNesby is making. Cottrell for the defensive side of the ball, and then bringing back Jackson for the offensive side. In and out. 0 for 2 on that trip. Under 2. Brown.
Excellent use of the pivot foot there by Brown.
Stuart Herring gets the rebound. In and out. Jackson being aggressive down low.
I think there's going to be a foul. Oh, a jump ball is called.
And it's going to be in the way of Roman Catholic, but Jackson really coming along in this fourth quarter. That's the fight and grit that you need. Even though Adewale is a defensive machine, you have to make sure that you're fighting for every loose ball at this stage of the game, and he's doing exactly that.
He certainly is. And there's a stoppage of play for a shoe tying, I believe.
Already had one shoe fall off in today's
right.
game. Don't need another.
And they always say, double knot, please, double knot.
Brown on the inbound.
Timeout.
Head coach Chris McNesby is going to talk things over. And what do you think he's saying to his guys with possession and 1:26 left?
That's a very good question. They need to get some points on the board quickly. They have 5 fouls, so if they need to take a foul, they need to get one quickly because the 7th foul of the half is the bonus. They have 5.
61-55, your score. Offense has been quieted on the side of Neumann-Goretti, but the defense has been electric from Adewale. I mean, this is the first time I've seen this good of a defensive performance by him. We talked to the coach. It's just he's been doing this throughout the season, a guy that's really coming along, but he's had a spectacular game down low.
He gets better and better. Just an extremely energetic, active defensive player at all times. He loves to challenge his opponent, and he has done very well today in that regard.
Now the timeout is Jackson along with Stewart Herring, Kinkley, Oliver Bush, and Brown. On the other side, it is Myers, Adewale, along with Williams.
Roman needs to get some points up quickly, as I mentioned. Sorry to interrupt there. 1:26 left, down by 5.
Ashley Wright followed by Bruce Smith as well on the defensive end for Neumann-Goretti. Oliver Bush will take it on the inbound. Kinkley, pass to Stewart Herring, down low, somehow gets it to go.
Trouble getting it in.
Adewale there to help out. Smith to Ashley Wright. And they're going to call a foul as Wright goes down to the floor hard.
I was going to say it's a little early to take a foul, but that one was not a take. That just happened.
So 5 team fouls, or that would be the 16th foul, we should say, on Roman Catholic.
Let's see a replay on that. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Kinkley grabbing his jersey. No.
He grabbed his body, I think, but maybe he wanted a intentional foul called. I think Finkley was actually trying to save him from falling.
Yeah, I think Finkley there didn't mean for him to go that much around.
Let's see it again. Yeah, that is a little rough. I'm not sure what was going on there.
At the end, you see Finkley trying to help him up.
So
heat of the moment. Saints up 61-57, taken away by Finkley. Under a minute, outside to Brown, count it! Down by 1 are the visitors.
Xavier downtown, Brown with the big 3 from the corner.
Myers kicks it out to Williams. Jackson, a big time rebound.
1-point game.
Now a chance for Roman Catholic to either hold and try to hit it at the buzzer or take the lead. They are down by 1. It looks like they want to hold. Timeout by head coach Chris McNesby. So he's going to talk that last play over. Jack, if you're Roman Catholic, whose hands are you putting the ball in to take this last shot?
Well, I'd probably go with Jermai or the X-Men, but I would want to work the low post. Even though it hasn't been working this game, I still think that might be the answer here towards the end. Look, there's 15.5 5 seconds. That's unofficial. We'll see when the game clock comes back after the timeout what the official time is. It's a 1-point game. Roman fighting back. The Cahalites will not go away easy here. Both teams in the bonus. Saints in the double bonus. Cahalites have 6, so the next foul will result in a 1-and-1.
27 unofficial points for Xavier Brown. He's had the hot hand at the end of this fourth quarter.
What a game.
2 outstanding coaches that know how to draw up a defensive scheme for games like this, and that also know how to draw up an offensive play to win a game. Who will have the edge today? Visitors down by 1, 15.5 left to go at Neumann-Goretti High School. PCL play. Roman Catholic a chance to stay undefeated. In the play, Brown going up with it. No, big time rebound by Adewale, and they have to foul.
Very quick foul taken by Brown. 7 seconds, 7.2. We'll try to correct our clock there. 7.2. Here comes a replay. 1, 2. Ooh.
Not a great shot taken there by
No,
Brown.
he got stuck in the air there.
Tough situational basketball. Adewale. Big time free throws coming up.
A 51% free throw shooter on the season. He's got it. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 33% for tonight's game. Once again, 7.2. You see it on your screen there. 2-point game.
11 unofficial points for Adewale. Doesn't make the second. 7.2. Roman Catholic down by 2. Stuart Harron gets it stripped. Bruce Smith, what a takeaway. And we'll see if that will end the game. The clock hits 0. 62-60. Your final score, Neumann-Goretti, a huge second half. And how about Adewale? I know he went 1 for 2 on that trip, but defensively, offensively, completely changed this game around for Neumann-Goretti.
Yeah, he's the star of the game in my opinion. That ball was stolen right in front of our booth here. A foul was called, but it was at the buzzer. It wouldn't have mattered, and it was waved off. The game is over, and the Saints take it by 2.
Saints now tied up in the PCL conference with just 1 loss in the conference after a big win today. We'll have more when we come back right here. What a game. 62-60 your final. Neumann-Goretti getting a big time win at home. Kayla Santiago here along with you with Jack Cappan. We can talk about the points for both sides, but Sultan Adewale, the main reason they win this game is because of his defense tonight.
I agree totally, and he also had 11 points, but 1 of 2 at the end there at the free throw line. And Adewale was a major presence on defense. We talked about it, I think, before the game or at some point in the first quarter, that he is that kind of defensive stopper, that Sultan of SWAT. And he showed everybody what he can do, and he's going to be a big addition to the St. Joe University team when he goes there next year. Great game. Enjoyed every minute of it, Kayla.
62-60 your final. So now Roman Catholic and Neumann-Goretti have the same record in PCL play. This win will push the Saints up ahead of them for first place in the conference, but we still have a ton of regular season basketball to play left before we get into the conference championships and states. But what a game we've had here at Neumann-Goretti High School. 62-60 your final for our whole entire production crew. For Jack Cap, I'm Kayla Santiago. Thank you all so much for tuning in to our PCN Game of the Week.